What's up, people? Welcome to the last Hit Point podcast. Fucking hell, made a mistake already. It's going well. It's a weekly podcast about games and gaming news and entertainment and stuff. There's no Jamie this week, but I'm Lauchi and I'm here, and Jan is here.
Hello.
And John is here too.
Hey.
I don't know where we go from here, guys. Usually we start with what we've been playing / doing.
Yeah.
But all we've been doing has been playing Witcher 3. We didn't even
Just
podcast last week to play Witcher 3. So I think we just have a Witcher 3 discussion to begin with.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, well, instead of saying what we've been playing / doing, why don't we just pick our favourite moment from what we've played so far? Because this game's massive. I'm pretty sure we're all still in the first quarter of the game.
Yeah.
So I don't think we have to worry about spoilers.
All right. What level are you guys, first of all?
I'm level 17.
Oh, I'm level 12. 13.
Damn it, I'm 11 and a half.
But remember, before the game was released, CD Projekt Red were blagging that this is a 200-hour game.
Yeah.
Now, usually when developers say how long their game's going to be, you can safely take away about 20% of that number because they like to embellish it. But even if it's 160 hours, right? I don't think any of us have played more than 20 hours on this game, right? Up to this point.
I don't know. I've definitely played a lot, but I don't know. Yeah.
So I feel like if we're just talking about stuff from the first quarter of the game,
Yeah.
then we shouldn't have to worry about saying, oh, that's spoilers or whatever, because it's
Of course,
just
yeah.
the first quarter of the game. So, all right, Johnny, what's been your favourite moment so far in this game?
Okay, I guess this is kind of cheating, but it is just the world, just walking around, riding on the horse, just the scenery and the world, just running about, finding random quests. Nothing in particular, but just everything just feels. It's what I wanted Skyrim to be. I wanted something to be really interesting, something interesting to happen everywhere I go, and this is what happens in this game. And I actually care about side quests. That's the biggest thing that I like. Is,
Do you know, I can't believe you just mentioned the horse, right? In a
Yeah.
statement where you're talking about your favourite bit, you mentioned the fucking horse.
horse is sick, bro.
That horse is awful, man.
It is
Shut
the
up.
worst
This
horse.
is such a
Have you seen that horse,
bastard.
mate?
It's
Sick.
I'm whistling
horse
that,
is
and he'd
so
be stuck in a
fussy.
fence round the corner having a seizure, right? he'll run under a veranda of a house, no problem, yeah, and then get me stuck there. It's just the worst horse. I spent half my time stuck in trees on
I
that
was going to
horse.
say, I'm so glad the trees are quite detailed because I
Yes.
spend most of my time with my face planted up against it, trying to get the fucking horse to move somewhere else.
I will say one thing, and I don't know whether you guys have picked up on it yet or not. I think I mentioned it to you. If you're on a road on the horse and you double tap sprint, the horse naturally just follows the road. You don't have to steer or anything.
To a point. If you hit a crossroads,
Yeah, he just does whatever the fuck he wants.
it's the line goes one way. There's another road goes straight on. He doesn't take that one. He takes another fucking route, and you're just okay. So they haven't quite got that mechanic of we're telling you where to go. You're trying to do the lazy thing and just having the course gallop. So we're
Yeah.
going to make you, because was it you, Ben, who was saying you looked away for a bit and you ended up on the half of going in the wrong direction.
Yeah, dude, that did happen to me because I wasn't following a quest marker. I was following my own waypoint, and I was like,
Oh,
no,
the
that's
green
fine. That's fine. The horse is going in the right direction, and I just looked away to look at do something else. I think I checked my phone. And I was reading a reply on Facebook or something. Then look back and where the fuck am I? This nowhere near it. I open the map and he's gone all the way off the wrong way. He's still sprinting full pelt, but just in the wrong direction. I don't even know how it happened. That horse though, man,
That horse. He's a pretty cool guy. Leave him alone.
freaking horse.
And the worst thing about the horse as well is it gets spooked so easily. I know that's what horses do, but for fuck's sake,
It's irritating because you can't immediately bail off of him, right?
and
The
that,
moment
having to hold circle at
Yeah,
every
if he holds-
time. You can't talk on the horse. You can't magically pick up the plants for alchemy. You cannot do anything on the horse apart from ride.
would like I would be fine with that if I could bail out. Kind of, like in GTA, right? Even if I'm
Jump.
winging up the motorway, I can bail out and like roll along the floor. If I
You
could
guys
roll
are right.
off
The
the
horse
horse,
has ruined the game, hasn't it?
no, like here's the thing,
Fuck's
right?
sake, Johnny.
Here's the thing. You know that this game's good when the biggest thing that we're bitching about is the horse. And even then, the horse isn't as bad as we're making it out to be, right? We're just finding something to bitch about.
Yeah.
And it's that horse, man.
You know, I I do love the game. I'm spending lots of hours on it, and it's great. And as you said, Johnny, it's the Skyrim. It's what Skyrim should have been. However, I have been quite vocal about the early stages of the game, how it penalizes you for collecting stuff because you don't have a lot of you can't carry a lot, and yet in traditional RPGs or other ones anyway, you'd collect a lot of shit, sell them, and get some money that you could actually like either buy something from a shop or craft or repair. So, just get some money. Now, I spend most of the time going into shops and being offered like a ridiculously low price at the moment at the start of the game for like some swords or armor or something. And then what I end up doing is because I don't have enough, then have to wait till I actually have like a decent amount of money. And by then all my weapons need repairing.
See,
well, not all of them, but the ones
that's because
Need
you're
repairing?
that guy, Janny, man. You're that guy that walks into a shop, picks up a pair of trainers off the shelf, and goes like, "Can I get them for £10 off?" Come on, mate. You know you can do me a deal. Do them for £10 off. You're looking for the best deal. I sell all of my shit. I don't care how much they're paying. I
Mate,
want it out
I
of my
ain't giving-
inventory.
I ain't giving man 30 a sword for 36 gold when I know I can get 150 for it, or I know it's worth 150.
Oh, Janny.
It's not business. You can't even barter with these fuckers. It's like, well, I'm only going to give you 36 gold, and you can take it or leave it. And I'm like, come on, that's
Think about
that's
the
not even
end game, though,
that's
Janny.
insulting.
Think about the end game, right? All you're doing is trying to fund your adventure, right? So that you can go and kill monsters. You're not trying to accrue money to start a business and financially take over the country. That's
No,
not an
what I'm
option
trying
in
to
this
do is-
game, Janny.
When I see no, seriously, like starting off, I find this really frustrating because I don't want to spend a lot of time dealing with managing what swords are worth more than others and which ones I can afford to drop and which ones that are actually worth a bit of money, because I want to buy a new alchemy spell or some crafting supplies or whatever, right? Like you shouldn't. If there was like a bank in the game or you have like a home where you can drop it all off like a chest or something,
Yeah.
great, that works. Like MMOs work for that reason. You can hoard stuff that you may need later, or that is worth money, but you just need to get to a shop or something like that. But you can't do that in this game, so you're constantly juggling with that sort of stuff. Because, as I said, I couldn't. The stuff I did sell raised very little money. That once I couldn't even repair my sword, basically everything I was
It's quite
using.
harsh at the beginning, I'll give you that.
Yeah,
It just sort of like
it's-
throws you in there and thought, well, just, try and figure it out.
Well, this
But
is
I
the thing,
think-
right?
Money's
It-
hard to come by at the beginning anyway.
Only if you go off and you like just roam the open world, right? If you go off roaming straight away, right? You have no money. You don't really have like good gear. You're gonna run into monsters out in the wild, right? And you're gonna fight them, and that's gonna drain the durability of your silver sword. And then you're gonna go back to town and repair, and then keep like looking around. The benefit to doing that is you're gonna find some cooler stuff, but you're also going to degrade your armor. And the way to make money is to do quests. But if you're free roaming, basically, you got to do quests to earn money so that you're in a position to free roam. But if you go straight off on free roam, you're not going to have enough money to sustain your gear. That's what I think. That's the most punishing bit at the beginning, especially when they give you this big, wide open map, and like the first thing you want to do is just go explore.
Now I know why. Like it, we've been talking about this with you guys on Facebook, and I get it. If you go to an armorer, you're not going to expect him to give you the same price for something that he doesn't specialize in, because why would he? But it's that early on, Like, oh yeah, that was the other thing I like. I do like the fact that the shop you can't just dump all your stuff on one shopkeeper, which in a way is a good mechanic, but in another way is a bad mechanic when you're starting off. Like it's seen as it can that is another bit that can really punish you. Like you have all this stuff, you go to a guy and he runs out of cash to buy your stuff.
Yeah.
Which is incredibly frustrating, and it's like I just want to get rid of this stuff and carry on like doing all the side quests. That's all I've been doing. I've done as little main quests as possible at the moment, until all the side quests I've got left are like really OP, and can't do them. But
Okay.
it's just there is nothing worse than running around and just seeing your armor and your weapons all in red. It's really demoralizing.
So, Janny, the moral of the story is Janny doesn't like being poor and loaded down with lots of loot, right?
Yeah.
So that's something.
There's a remedy in this.
That's
isn't there,
something you
Danny?
didn't like, right? What did you like so far, man? Your favorite bit?
Oh, my favorite bit. Well, to be fair, like if you're not sure, like if you've never played a Witcher game before, or like, yeah, don't play it with the door open with the chance that somebody random can see what you're playing, because it kind of just starts out with just ass.
The thing is, though, I'm 100% okay with that scene, right? Because it's not like it was played up for anything. Like it was just like those two are clearly like in a relationship at that point, right? So why wouldn't they, like when it's just them in their room, why wouldn't they be sat around like that? Like she's just got out the bath, he's in the bath, and they're just talking. Like,
Me and Johnny do it all the time.
yeah, I know, man, right? It's a perfectly normal situation, and like it's just depicted in a video game. I thought it was handled really tastefully, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just saying, like somebody, yeah, but that's fine between if you're playing it and you know what's going on.
Johnny's
But if
mum
somebody
caught him playing,
random,
that's basically what happened.
Huh? Okay, my favorite bit. I think my favorite bit was when like this is going to sound like quite an insignificant part, but when I was just like I was in a fight and then he just like slices heart or a quarter of this guy's body, and you just see all the insides. You're just like, oh shit! Like I've absolutely like demolished this guy.
One of the like dismember kill animations at the end of the fight, yeah?
Yeah.
They're pretty
Yeah.
good, man. They are pretty good.
So that's pretty cool, and obviously the horse. We love
Horseman, top
The
tier.
Horseman. I had two. Like I really want to say the moment where I was just riding along, and up until this point I wasn't really feeling that strong. I was getting my ass kicked quite a lot. Like I've died so many times. I think that's just because I suck. But like I wasn't feeling very strong, and then I just got a new sword and stuff, and like a wyvern fell out the sky in front of me. Like
Right.
literally just fell out the sky in front of me.
Yes.
And I was like, oh shit, like hopped off my horse and I proper kicked its ass, man. And then like, ever since then, I've been feeling like a bit of a badass in it. But my favorite thing out of everything in this game so far
Yeah.
is when you're on like a quest with an NPC. Like any given quest where you've got an NPC companion following you or with you, is that you set the pace of movement.
Right.
Like
yes.
if you're moving, like slowly walking, they walk with you. The moment you break into a run, they start running. The moment you
Yeah.
go into a sprint, they sprint. Like it's not like like in Call of Duty, you get the guy with the like mark over his head, and he runs off, and you just have to follow him. Like
Yeah.
even if you're following someone in this game, like you completely set the pace. If you want to walk the entire way, they'll walk with you. If you really want to sprint and get it done with quick, they'll sprint with you. That's probably my favorite mechanic, and I can't believe it hasn't been in games like yet. Maybe it has been, and I just haven't noticed it. But it feels revolutionary, but at the same time, it's like such a simple concept that like, I love it. I love it. That's my favorite thing so far.
And you're right on that. Although I've just done like one of the quest for the Baron, and for some reason that one doesn't like if you stop, they stop. But he goes at I know he's a big guy, but he goes at a set pace, and I kept running on ahead and I had no idea where I was going, so I had to like hold back. So it's actually having gotten used to it. Like, because it feels so natural. So having gotten used to it and then having to readjust, I found was really difficult. I was
That-
getting
I
really
know-
frustrated.
I know the bit you're talking about. That's the back to Crookback Bog mission, yeah.
Yeah. With yeah.
And
That's the one.
like that's set up that way because there's like two scripted fights that you have to get into on the way, right? So
Yeah.
they're slowly taking you through to give you like a break between each fight, which yeah, I'll admit that's kind of annoying. It would be nice if like you decided to like blitz it quick that they ran with you, but
Mm.
Yeah, or at least run to the things. But I guess that just makes me appreciate that. I mean, it's a very small. Again, it's a small mechanic in the game, but it does make a whole world of difference. Because as you said, you can just go off at the pace you want, and so it's like how many times can you be playing and you get I don't know, you get a text message, you look down at your phone, and the game's scripted and a battle's already started, and you're like a bit further back.
yeah.
Like I've had that happen to me in games where you haven't pressed pause, or you've played MMOs for so long you don't bother pressing pause. Um, yeah, it's a nice touch actually. I do like that.
It's very windy, isn't it?
But the game,
Yeah.
Indeed.
I've been getting a lot of storms recently, and I just appreciate Geralt's like disdain as he's like, "Oh, great, a storm!" Like, every
It's like
time.
Captain Obvious. You're controlling. Oh, it's raining.
Yeah.
Thanks, mate.
I'd imagine
What
it'll
did
get
they-
grating if you play for too long, but I'm still in the honeymoon period where I just appreciate it every time.
Can tell you're not British. That would get really annoying. Oh, it's raining. It's raining again. God, I hate this country. Ugh.
Speaking of the dialogue and stuff,
Mm.
I'm pretty sure that CD Projekt Red might be the best. Like I love BioWare's games, right?
Yeah.
But the way that characters are written in the Witcher series just
hmm
it just blows them away, man.
Mhm.
It really does. Another thing I appreciate in these games, and I appreciate it in Witcher 2 as well, is that there's a lot of moments where you can make choices in these
Yeah.
games. But unlike a lot of other games, like there is no real like good or bad choice. Like you're not rewarded with any kind of karma or anything like that in The Witcher. Like you just make the choice that makes sense to you. Like
Mhm.
either way it plays out, like it doesn't matter whether you're good or bad. Like most decisions, there's not really a good or bad solution anyway. It's all kind of grey, which totally suits the setting. But yeah, I really 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 appreciate that, man. Like
I've quickly cottoned on to what a lot of those decisions mean, and it's whether you have a messy fight or you get out of it diplomatically. So if somebody's looking kind of big and kind of scary, I'm just like, don't do anything to piss them off.
well, sometimes it just happens, right? Like you'll pick a response, and then they'll suddenly just be like, right, well, we're gonna kill you. Like I had a quest where I went in and I found some like information, and then I came back to the guys outside, and they were like, so what did you find? And I was like, nothing. And they were like, why don't I believe you? And I was like, well, obviously that's your problem if you don't believe me, not mine.
'Cause you're a
And then
prick.
suddenly they all attacked me.
Really?
And that's happened a couple of times. There's like, I don't know if you guys are there yet, so I feel like I don't want to spoil it for you. But there was a moment where I was with the character Triss, who
Yeah.
like Geralt is totally going to marry in my game because she's lovely, right? I was with her and she was like, "Oh, well, we need to go into this place. You need to take me in as a prisoner, so like pretend that I'm a prisoner and stuff." And then she was like, "Oh, they're gonna rough me up a bit, but like I can take it. So just play along because we need to get in there stealthily." And like the first thing someone did was like walk straight up to her and like punch her in the face.
Mhm.
And then like the next guy was like, "Oh wow, we're gonna go and cut her tongue out." And like the option came up to like say nothing or say no, you won't. So I hit the no, you won't option, and he was like, "You won't do that." And then suddenly the entire fucking fortress attacked me.
Really?
Yeah,
Wait.
about 40 people attacked me, man.
Jesus Christ.
Is that like
out of the blue.
like pretty much at the very beginning of the game when you're in the bar and he's like, whatever you do, just don't cause any trouble. And then like I ended up causing a massive fight, and
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure if that just happens or it's because I'm just a dick. And
It's
my
like you
response
have
is
to be.
dickish.
Because like it, do you know, everyone's a bastard in this game. Everyone outside of the main cast is like a bastard. It's like GTA all over again. You walk past random people in the street in GTA, and they just shout insults at you. And it's exactly the same in this game. You walk past people and they'll be like, "You fucking mutant," or like they'll spit at you and shit. And just like, well, can you really blame me when I kill everyone? Can
Stop
you?
being
Fair
cool.
enough.
Oh.
So whereabouts are you in the game? Are you up to Novigrad yet, or?
I feel like the stuff that I need to do in Novigrad now, I'm coming towards the end of. Like
Right.
the quest lines that are available in Novigrad to me. That I mean, I've got a couple of quests in Novigrad that are like for level 24.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming I'll have to come back and do those later. One of them is another Tarantino reference, the second Tarantino reference I've noticed in the game so far, which
Yeah.
is to get this master swordsmith called Hattori
Yeah, I've
to
just
be
seen
able
him.
to be able to like make his weapons again.
Yeah.
And that's like level 20 something, so I won't
Yeah.
be doing that yet. But the actual main story quests, I think I've almost finished there. I haven't moved over to the next. Is it Skellig or something? I need to go
Skellige,
there.
yeah.
Skellige. I haven't been there yet, so
Yeah, same as me then, pretty much. But you're level, sorry, what, 17?
17. I just turned 17.
Wow.
I, like literally just hit 17 last night before I went to bed. So
Have you been finding the Witcher like diagrams as well, and like creating the Witcher gear, like the Legendary Witcher gear stuff?
I haven't crafted any of it yet. I've got a few of them. Like there's like the cat skull set and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Like those quests. I haven't done any of them yet. I found quite a few pieces of gear though.
Nice.
I don't think I've made any of it. I found a really cool like level 30 silver sword diagram somewhere.
There's so much late game stuff. I'm like, I just want to get higher level already.
Well, that's the thing, right? Like I was the highest level like diagram or like something like that I found up to this point was level 30. And it looked so badass, and like the the abilities on it were so badass. I was like, well, I guess 30 is the level cap.
Yeah.
And
But
then
no,
I heard from a friend that they found a level 38 diagram, and I was like, well, shit, maybe the max level is 50. Like,
yeah, I think it is 50. But don't forget, there's the new content coming in October and next year as well. If you bought the season pass, and I think that adds on like 10 hours each. I think to like more story missions and then obviously more quests and
yeah, I mean,
loot and stuff.
that's another really cool thing about CD Projekt Red. Like, even if you don't have the season pass, you're going to get a ton of extra content over the next year.
I think
Because
they said 16 pieces or something that you'll get for free.
yeah, because I mean that's just what they do, man. Like I remember with Witcher 2, they brought out like the enhanced edition update and added like an entire new chapter to the game and stuff, and it just put it out as a free update.
Really?
Yeah, which is just insane. Like you remember Witcher 2 came out on PC quite a long time before it came out on consoles.
Yeah.
And then the console version came out and it had like a load of extra content in it and stuff. So
Yeah.
that content got added to the PC version, as well as like a graphical upgrade and stuff that they put on Witcher 2. And
Okay.
that just came out for free because that's what they do.
It's a very good way of doing things.
Definitely, man.
It's too good, too good. But yeah.
It's,
Loving it.
we need to start talking about it though, because you just make me want to play it. Like
All right.
as soon as we finish recording, I'm gonna go and play Witcher 3 again, and that's all I'm gonna do. So
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Cool. But the thing is, it's actually been a great week for it to come out because there is literally no news.
Yeah.
it's
well,
it's
I
that
wouldn't even
sort of
know.
awkward.
I wouldn't even know if there was news because all I've done is play Witcher, man.
Yeah.
That's
Exactly.
Of course
literally
you know
I've
all
done.
that pre-work you did for this. Yeah. All
Yeah.
that pre-work. Yeah.
That pre-work
And-
playing Witcher all the time. Oh man.
Yeah.
Well,
So
originally this week we were going to do. Well, I guess we're still going to do it. This week is going to be the first week of our E3 rumor game, which we do traditionally in another podcast that isn't really affiliated to this one, but maybe exactly the same. For the last 2 years, we've played this E3 rumor game leading up to E3, where we make predictions, and then after E3, we go through and announce a winner. Right? It's just a bit of fun, and we can like speculate and stuff like that. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to give you a little bit more of a background, what happens is Jamie will do some research and then make a few things up, and or things that he'd like to see, and then we have
Yeah.
to see if we agree or we don't. So some may be announced, some may just be really strong rumors, Others are just pipe dreams, and some are just can be absolutely just off the charts, just totally random. So we've got a list for this week. Um, Jamie's made his. Well, yeah, we'll start it with this, and then we'll see how it goes. Okay, are you guys ready?
Yeah,
Yep.
totally, man.
Yeah.
I've been looking
Okay.
forward to this for weeks. Let's do it.
So let's start week one. So first question: Nintendo new Paper Mario game to be
No.
announced? That's
Straight with a
certain no from Johnny.
I'm going to echo that. There ain't going to be a Paper Mario game announced.
I think the 3DS one didn't come out too long ago, and I don't think it did that well. I'm sure. Well, I'm sure it did, but I felt like it didn't do too well.
I feel
At
like
least because I didn't like it.
I feel like
Yeah.
we might not even get a brand new Mario game announced at E3 from Nintendo.
Same here.
I
Yeah.
think
Well-
they're going to surprise us with another classic franchise that they're going to be bringing back, but it won't be Mario.
they're going to show Star Fox. I reckon that's going to be the big thing.
Definitely.
Well, you're putting your neck out on the line there.
Yeah. Oh,
There,
yeah, you're
guys.
right.
Jesus.
What am I like? Stand
Careful,
back.
careful. You know. Well, I'm going to say yes because I don't want to be boring. And if they're not, I think I'm with you guys. I don't think they're ready to announce a fully fledged Mario game. Maybe hint at it, but I'd like to believe that there's a Paper Mario game of some sort.
I'll tell you
Uh,
what. When they properly announce their new hardware project that they're working on,
Yeah.
I don't know whether maybe at Tokyo Game Show or something like that. But when that's properly announced, that's when we'll get a new Mario game announcement because I think the next flagship Mario title will be on that platform.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so just to recap then, that's a yes from me and Jamie and a no from Ben and Johnny.
Yep.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So the next one, Sony announced Gran Turismo. So I'm guessing this would be some sort of footage or something like that. Some sort of hint. So we're up to Gran Turismo 6. That was
Yeah.
released, I'm going to say about a year and a half, maybe? I'm
Yeah.
not sure, actually.
For the
Year and a half
PlayStation
sounds
3,
about right.
it was like one of the last games that came out, right, for PlayStation 3, proper, like an exclusive.
Yeah. So I think that was them trying to get the engine to go to two games before the new one.
Yeah.
Bearing in mind that one in itself took about 7 years as well to create.
hmm
But what do you guys think?
All right, I'll go first.
Oh, okay.
I'll
All
go
right, and-
first. I think
because-
yes, it is going to get announced. I reckon that they've been working on it for a long time. Like they've been working on it since GTA 6, right? But I reckon the reason we haven't heard anything about it up until this point is because they really wanted like Drive Club to sell. And like if they'd have been talking about Gran Turismo and Drive Club, people would have like just picked a side. Like, well, I'm not going to buy Drive Club because Gran Turismo is coming. So I reckon they wanted people who wanted like a driving sim game to pick up Drive Club, even though they knew they were going to announce Gran Turismo like after that anyway. So I reckon there's yes, it is going to get announced. There you go.
So this is just to recap. Then this is a Gran Turismo game. It doesn't have to be Gran Turismo 7, right? That's the way I've read this. So with that knowledge, Johnny.
I can tell you what definitely won't get announced: Gran Turismo for Vita.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's
Well, it's
probably
just
true.
Sony Gran Turismo, so it could be either, really. But yeah.
Um. Yes, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna go with yes.
And that's a yes from Johnny.
Yeah, I think that's probably likely, to be honest.
Okay, I said yes as well. And
Ooh.
my thought process is, knowing the way they work, they will have some sort of tech demo, some flashy images. I also think it may be the reason why it took GT5 so long to come out, because I have a feeling they weren't just developing it for the PS3 engine, they were developing one that could also be easily transferred to the PS4. So a bit
Yeah.
like Grand Theft Auto 5. You know, that took a long time for it to come out.
I reckon it took a long time because they're shit.
and there's that as
I'm
well.
serious,
But-
man.
but when
Where's like they're just like Team Eco, man. Where's the Last Guardian? It's fucking taking forever, man. That's just
Yeah.
how some of them are.
All right, fair enough. Okay, so the next one we are at Microsoft this time
Okay.
/ Rare, Battletoads game.
Well, yeah. There's been lots of rumors, right? Ooh, yes. I'm gonna go with yes.
Yeah, I'm
live in
also gonna
hope.
say yes here.
I really want there to be one.
There's too much in out there now to do with Battletoads for it not to be coming back. It's there's a Battletoads level in Shovel Knight for the Xbox One, right?
Mm.
Yeah,
Yep.
like they wouldn't have added that just because look, oh, it's Battletoads, right? They'd want to like build hype for something, and I feel like they're building hype for a new Battletoads game. Plus, last time this happened, Jamie dropped that there was going to be a new Killer Instinct game. And I was like, no, there ain't going to be a new Killer Instinct game. And he was like, yeah, there will be. And then there was. So I think there will be.
Yeah,
Okay,
pretty likely.
I've said the same, so that's a clean sweep.
Wow.
again.
Yeah.
Right, for the second one going. Okay, Shenmue 3.
Never going to happen.
Yeah, it's a bit wild. I don't think so either.
Never going to
That's-
happen.
That's three certain no's. Okay, interesting. All right, so no.
Just imagine if it did, though. Jesus Christ.
It would have
see-
to be amazing. It would have to be like Yakuza as well. That's how I'd want it to be.
Now,
Mm.
I sort of looked at this, and if it was just Shenmue, I would have gone yes, because I kind of have this funny feeling there may be some sort of HD thing in the making,
Right.
as a cash cow.
Oh,
But-
yeah. You could not put out just a HD re-release of Shenmue. That voice
No?
acting is so fucking bad now, right? You couldn't do it. You'd have to redub the
Oh.
entire game and stuff. like,
Then Final Fantasy X happened.
oh, okay. Why don't you
Jesus'
fucking
laugh.
compare the dubs between Shenmue 2 and Final Fantasy X, Janny? Final Fantasy X deserves an Oscar compared to Shenmue.
Holy crap, it must be bad. Okay, so that's 3 no's. And I've taken Jamie's as yes. That's how I've assumed it. I think that's correct. We'll find out.
What do you mean you
Right,
think it's correct? It's simple, right? It's a yes or no answer.
Yeah, I know.
Did he write you
but
a
I thought-
paragraph instead?
No, I've taken it as everything he's written down. He said yes to.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's what. So it's a mixture of what is most likely and what he wants to come.
Okay.
But we can clarify that. Okay, next one. GTA 5 story DLC.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with yes as well.
Single player campaign.
I don't know whether it will be. I don't know whether it will be like DLC that adds on to the existing story. I think it will be more like the episodes that we saw for GTA 4. So maybe we'll get something similar to like Ballad of Gay Tony or something like that.
A story based DLC.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I've gone with no on this.
Ooh. Really?
And yeah, and I think it's quite simple that they make
We kill
so
the
much
Batman.
money. Huh?
What?
We killed the Batman. The online now is so much. I mean, yeah, the online element of GTA 5 just totally, blitzes what GTA 4 had. So GTA 4 needed those those storyline DLCs to survive and to actually
Yeah.
make the most out of the engine. GTA 5 doesn't, and you only have to look at. Now, I guess the ambiguity on this is whether or not we're talking about 360, PS3, and the PS4 and Xbox One, because I think if we're talking about the older 2 consoles, possibly, but I
Mhm.
don't believe that for the newer ones. Actually, no. Actually, I would say a blanket no, because you only have to look at how long it's been out on the older generation, and they haven't done anything for it. Like, I know
True,
it's been out
but
a
I
year
think-
longer,
I
but
think
there's
the
nothing else.
The focus definitely shifted to like current gen and PC as soon as they were released on them.
Basically, all Rockstar need to do is release. If they've already said it, making a heist pack actually takes a hell of a long time for them to do, to coordinate and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
But when they release it, then that means that there'll be a few more cars and all the rest of it. That's exactly what happened to the last one. So I see it as they'll concentrate their efforts on a few more DLC packs for the online bit. So more cars, more guns.
Okay, wait. So hold on. To clarify, you mean
I'm
offline content, yeah? So not a story pack, like offline content, because they could very easily add story DLC to GTA Online, because the heists are already like story content online. So
Yeah.
Yeah. So the question that you both said yes to is this is single player main story campaign DLC, as I've understood.
Yes.
in which case, I'm going to change my answer to no then, because like I think there will definitely be story content,
Yeah.
but I also think it's going to focus on GTA Online.
So you're saying a no.
Yeah, I'm going to switch to a no because 100% yes, there will be story content, but it will be for online. It won't be for the single player campaign.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you yes.
You're saying a yes. Okay.
Yes.
So we've got a bit of a mixed bag there, at least.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. So finally, then, sixth prediction for this week: Fallout gameplay.
No.
Definitely have yeah. There's gonna be a reveal, I reckon. I guess.
There's 100% definitely going to be a reveal because of that LinkedIn profile snafu that happened last week.
Right. Yeah.
Where somebody put up on their LinkedIn profile that they spent like the last 6 months working on a cinematic CG trailer for Fallout 4, and then gaming news sites all started reporting on that person's LinkedIn profile, who then very quickly deleted it from his LinkedIn profile.
And probably got fired.
Maybe. Well, I mean, he was looking for a job anyway.
Fired.
So yeah.
All right. Well, there you go. Okay.
But then
Can keep secrets.
someone from Destructoid received an email from them that somebody had broke an NDA regarding that. So that it's definitely a thing. I'd say we're probably going to see it at E3, but I don't think there'll be gameplay. There might be screenshots when they talk about it, and they'll definitely show off the trailer. But I don't think we'll see actual gameplay.
There's a no from Ben.
No.
And a no from Johnny.
Yeah, I think no from me. Yeah.
Yeah, you think no. Okay.
Yeah. No.
Okay. So there's only one thing that you two haven't agreed on, and that was GTA 5 story DLC. The rest you've gone like for like. I've gone with yes, and I think that I don't know. I think now developers are trying to avoid having FMVs that feature no actual in-game footage. Like I think they're sort of trying to leave that with the mobile market, because that I seem to remember that annoyed a lot of people back on the Xbox One reveal, that they didn't actually show any gameplay footage of their games. At least for their main reveals back when the console was released. And so for me personally, I think that I'd like to believe that they have faith in the actual engine they're building for the new Fallout.
Right.
If that makes sense. And they would want to show some form of it off. So I've gone with green. I've gone with yes on that.
You're green.
Sorry, sorry, it's the color system I've got on this Excel spreadsheet.
Of course, it's an Excel spreadsheet. If Jamie sent it, you fucking hell.
Fuck off! I made this.
All right.
Oh my god.
It's on Google Sheets and everything.
Just to impress him when you send it back.
He's seen it.
Okay, cool. Oh, awesome.
We've done stuff. Okay, so right. As a recap then, so we said Nintendo new Paper Mario game. Both Ben and Johnny said no, I said yes. Sony Gran Turismo, I think we all agree there will be some sort of Gran Turismo reveal of some form. Battletoads, everybody again agrees there should be something, or we hope there is anyway. Shenmue 3, us three don't. I think Jamie's put yes. We'll get that tied up. GTA 5.
Wait, Jamie said yes.
I think so.
That's gonna be
I may,
that's gonna be another one of those ones where James got some insider knowledge, and he's gonna play it off like he guessed it.
oh, you can't change. You can't change
I'm
your
not
thing
changing
now.
my answer.
No, you can't. You're not going to either. GTA, both me and Ben say no story DLC. Johnny said yes,
Mhm.
and back to normal service resumes. Both Ben and Johnny agree that there will be no Fallout actual gameplay at E3 this year, but I think there may be some to some degree.
Cool. Right,
So-
now that that's all confirmed and set in stone, I'd just like to add the extra parameter that an in-engine trailer is not gameplay, right? So
No, gameplay
Yeah.
footage. Gameplay footage.
okay, cool. But if it's an in-engine trailer, I'm still not counting it as gameplay.
No, because that's what EA tried doing and Microsoft did on their launch, and it didn't. It's an FMV still. It's still an FMV. None of it's representational.
Yeah.
I guess it is kind of, but not. I'm talking about gameplay footage,
Yeah.
showing off their engine of being like actually exploring some form of map, not just a video clip. Anyway, right, that's the predictions done for this week. Next week there are some interesting ones. I think we
Ooh.
may get more of a balance, more of a. I don't know. I'd like to see you guys disagree on more stuff, really.
A more diverse spread of answers, Jenny.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
I've got some flash news if you want to hear it.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah?
Because we've only done two things really this week so far.
That's fine. It's been entertaining. Don't shoot it down, Jenny. Fucking hell.
Let's pad it out. Pad it out. Oh God, quick.
Cool. Well, the first piece of news that I have, Resident Evil Zero is getting a HD re-release, which, like, who didn't see that coming when the Resident Evil remake got re-released in HD?
Can I be honest? I actually don't really care for the Resident Evil franchise at all.
Well, who could blame you, man? They fucking drove the franchise off a cliff.
No.
Bitch.
Like when I think about it historically, it's not been a game that I've ever been excited about.
Really, Resident Evil 2 was like my favorite game for the longest time, man. I
Yeah,
loved
the
it.
first one I played was 4 on co-op. But
See,
yeah,
even then, man, I still feel like during Resident Evil 4, even though I really enjoyed it, and like as a game, it was better than all the others. I still liked the atmosphere and locations better in like Resident Evil 2.
Mm.
And maybe that's because I was a kid when I played it, but no, I loved it, man. And Resident Evil Zero was actually really good. It had a lot of like co-op going on, which it'll be interesting if they do this hasty re-release, whether they add online co-op for that. Because most of the game was you were controlling two characters that you could switch between. So it will be kind of cool if they added an online co-op for that. I haven't read anywhere that it's going to happen, but you know, I can dream. I've got some
Dream.
Netflix news.
Oh, lay it on me.
Daredevil is now officially the highest rated show on Netflix.
Wait, I'm on episode 5, guys.
How are you enjoying
get
it
through
so
that,
far?
mate.
Liking it. The,
Where are you up
the
to?
first
What's
episode was a bit slow. Just in Kingpin.
Oh yeah,
And he, the guy with the
shut his head in the door. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Bloody hell.
Good old team, man. They had to illustrate that he was a psychopath. I think
It's good. Rather enjoyed.
Yeah, show gets better, man. I can't wait for you to finish it. We'll talk about that ending, man.
Okay.
Next piece of Netflix news: BoJack Horseman's getting a season 2.
Yes.
Yes, coming July 17th. All 12 episodes are going to go up at the same time, as per Netflix usual standard operating procedure.
Except for Better Call Saul.
Except for Better Call Saul, but they needed to like eke that out, right? They wanted people to subscribe for a few months, not just one.
For some reason.
Yeah. But yeah, BoJack Horseman, man, I was surprised when I watched that show, expecting it just to be your standard sort of animated comedy. And holy shit, man, it's actually got a lot of heart and a lot of sadness in that show, man, as well
Really?
as some
So good.
awesome humor. Yeah. It's a really, really good show.
Yeah. And for those of you who've actually, and I'll keep saying this, but those of you who have watched Californication and haven't watched BoJack, you are missing out on basically more Californication. Just no David Duchovny. They're the same character basically. So yeah, but no, it is. Even if you haven't watched Californication, just watch it. I don't know what you can't like about it. It's just easy watching. It's witty. It's dry humor. There's everything. It's just what you need.
Yeah, it's good, man. It's funny and it will make you think as well. It's good.
Yeah. Yeah. What
Cool.
about the one other Netflix news?
Oh, I haven't got it
Uh,
listed down, so you can go for it.
Oh, what a surprise! He didn't write it down. How many times? Okay, so Bill Murray fans, rejoice. There's going to be a Murray Christmas special on Netflix coming
Oh, good.
this December. Um, there's not a lot out on it at the moment, but it's going to be star-studded cast, and it's Bill Murray.
Sweet.
What more do you want?
All that information you just imparted is the reason why I didn't write it down, Johnny. But no,
This is supposed to be
who doesn't love Bill Murray, man? For a start, so I'm
Exactly.
down for it.
exactly, you know.
Uh, but that's the end of the Netflix news. Nintendo have discontinued the basic model of the Wii U in Japan. Now, I don't know what that says for the rest of the global market, like whether they're going to follow suit in other territories.
Mm.
But it kind of needed to happen because the basic model of the Wii U is shit. Like,
Yeah.
the model that I have, the premium model, even that shit. Like, it needs a bigger hard drive, man. It really does. You can't download anything really onto that. Like, it's just piddly little 64 gig hard drive. What the hell?
64 gig hard drive. I
Yeah.
didn't realize it was so small.
Yeah, man, it's awful.
It's a bit of a shame.
Yeah.
Oh, it was 32, wasn't it?
Is it 32?
I think.
What are we talking
so.
about? The basic,
No, the basic's like 4 gig, Johnny.
8,
Jenny.
isn't it?
Yeah, I know. I know that
Four,
one.
eight?
I thought the premium was 32 gig.
It might be 32 gig. I know it's terrible. It probably is 32.
Oh god, where's
They've got
Jamie?
to download
Yeah, I
that.
know. Jamie will correct us at the beginning of the next podcast. It'll be great.
The next
Yeah.
podcast will be Jamie correcting us left,
Yeah.
right, and centre.
Well, that's-
I think
That's what
Yeah.
always happens when Jamie misses a cast. So it's all good.
let's just get
to
more and
expect.
more things wrong.
Yeah.
So that we run out of time
Yeah.
next week.
Next on my list, I've got Need for Speed reboot is happening. Now,
Okay,
I don't fucking understand this. How do you reboot Need for Speed?
go on. Say what you said earlier. Go
But no,
on.
it's true. How do
Go on.
you reboot Need for
How do
It's
you
just a
reboot a racing
fucking
game?
car game. It's going to be the
Okay.
same. It's going to be a game where you race cars. That's not a reboot. It's the same fucking thing with a different paint job. You There's no storyline. What do you reboot?
Right.
You just take
Believe
away
it-
the numbers and subtitles and just call it Need for Speed. It's not a reboot if you want to remove the subtitles, dickheads.
They did have stories. Remember?
Hang on.
Like actors
No,
here.
no. The Need for Speed, you cannot say what they had were stories. The Need for Speed franchise has been on a steady decline ever since they started doing Underground. Since then,
Underground was
there's only-
fantastic.
I would point out that Underground 2 is the best game in the entire series, man.
Yeah.
fuck off.
Easily.
Fuck
Need for Speed
right off.
Underground 2 was the best Need for Speed
Yep.
game ever made.
No, it wasn't.
Yes,
It
it
was
really
was, man.
the one by Criterion Games is the best Need for Speed that's been released, and even then, that was just Burnout rehash.
Burnout Paradise is the best Need for Speed game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Burnout Paradise. Johnny said it. He doesn't even like car games, but Burnout Paradise is indeed the best Need for Speed game.
Love
But
that
the reason why the franchise went downhill from Underground is because Need for Speed used to be what GTA is today. GTA, Gran Turismo is today.
game. Okay.
It used to be about having really shiny supercars. That's all it used to be. You'd be supercars, and I think I'm going back to 92 or something like that,
Wait.
94-ish.
I played
Right.
Need for Speed 2, right? And you could unlock a big flaming dragster rocket car, man. Like that's
it had
not
its quirk.
that's not GT. That's a
No.
fucking flaming dragster rocket car. What?
GT's probably the worst, probably the bad example. But the point is, it used to be about supercars. It used to be like a driving simulator.
Yeah,
Just like Fast
right.
and Furious.
Just like Fast and Furious.
Actually, not even a driving simulator. Sorry, I'm talking out my arse here. It basically you used to just be able to drive away from the cops in super fast cars.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it was. You used to. It brought the racing genre onto public highways, right?
Revolutionary.
And it used the whole point in it was all glitzy. It was all it wasn't a fucking Peugeot 306 or 206 or whatever the fuck they decided to go down. It wasn't your everyday bog standard car with a Fiat Punto in one end with a fucking massive exhaust out the other, and with neon lights, right? That was never what it was about, ever.
Adding
Right.
that just made it better. What?
No, it was just a couple of kids watching Pimp My Ride and fucking. It seriously,
So Johnny's
Underground
unhappy
was the
about
worst.
this.
No, I'm intrigued because it looks like they're going for a more grown-up approach without going like something like the past couple of iterations, which have been a bit shit. I'm a little bit unsure how it's going to work because I guess you're looking at another Burnout Paradise or a Forza Horizon, and they're both very, very strong contenders that they're up against. So I don't really know what they can do. Whether or not they're using the Criterion guys or not, I don't know.
If anyone's going to be able to tell us whether it's a good racing game, Johnny, it will be you. So
Well,
Yeah.
obviously not. Clearly not. I remember when I slated, what was it? Dirt?
Colin
Colin
McRae,
McRae
yeah?
Dirt? Yeah. And you panned me for it. I got into so much shit, or somebody had a right go at me.
It would have
'cause I
been
said it was
Jamie
shit.
because I think
Was
Jamie
it
played
Jamie?
that.
It was
I didn't play
Yeah.
Dirt. I played Grid, and I thought,
and Motocross, Motorstorm.
yeah, but I
Jesus
fucking
Christ,
love
that's a poor
Motorstorm,
game.
man.
Oh, it was fucking shit.
Shut up.
Fucking shit. What do you know? Get away from my genre, Mister. Oh, all games are the same.
Motorstorm
Like all
Apocalypse
RPGs
was
are
awesome,
all the
man.
same. Yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna say, for those who are aware of the difference between what Final Fantasy 14 was when it came out and what it is now, I probably wouldn't pin my hopes on Need for Speed doing anything like that.
Yeah.
Knowing who's in control of it, I have no faith in EA these days. So yeah, we'll just have to see. That's my hipster rant anyway.
Um,
But you're wrong.
well, I've also got Perception has been announced. It's a new first-person horror game from the creators of BioShock, or from the team that created BioShock,
Oh, right.
about playing as a blind chick. I don't know how
Okay.
this is going to work.
It sounds like okay.
It's gonna be a visual novel.
I'm not laughing because it's a blind chick.
You are,
I'm laugh-
Jenny. You're
No.
laughing because it's going to be an auditory experience. It's just going to be a black screen.
I'm laughing because of what we were talking about earlier about how they could make it really immersive.
Oh my
and
God.
using the Oculus Rift.
No, go on, Jenny. Tell everyone what you said. Tell everyone how you thought it would be a cool idea to make it a braille simulator with fucking vibrative feedback from the controller.
I was just saying, yeah. I can't really expand on that, but really,
The controller
yeah, well-
vibrates when you read braille, except fucking how do you translate braille into controller vibration?
I mean Morse code.
I know. What the hell?
I don't know. They could have been something. I don't know. I'm not a braille expert. I just thought maybe they might use it as a way of, I don't know, making the games more accessible to the blind. I don't know.
You'd have to
it was
make
just
a braille controller, dude.
no. You could do it as like, because yeah, braille is all about feel on I'm just going to dig a hole here, aren't I? So I'm just going to shut up right now. I don't know why why Oculus Rift was the first thing that came into my head. Because if you're
Oculus
blind-
Rift, that thing where you need to look into it to see.
yeah, okay. So for the record, Perception.
That thing with Oculus in the name, right? Ocular. Fucking hell.
For the record, the game isn't a blind simulator. It's got nothing to do with that. We need to put that out there because God, this is really going. Oh, jeez, this is supposed to be flash news as well.
It's alright, it's been pretty flashy so far, man. It's all good.
God, oh shit! Talking about flash, we're missing it, aren't we?
I am missing a Flash, so let's wrap this up. The last thing I've got on here, Until Dawn has a release date. We're looking at August 28th. That is the Heavy Rain style game that used to be a PlayStation Move game. You remember that thing? The wand and the fucking nunchuck? The Wii copy? So it used to be a game for that, and then that was shit. So they took it back and remade it. Now it's
Nice.
kind of like Heavy Rain, and you play... It's like a slasher movie. But it's got a ton of different endings. Like every character can die or every character can survive depending on what choices you make. But like if a character dies, then the game just progresses anyway. It sounds really cool. I'm actually really excited, and it's a PlayStation exclusive, so Johnny will love
Nice.
it.
I resent that statement.
You
I
should.
really do.
It's true. Cool. But that's everything I have on my Flash news. Did you guys have anything else you want to add?
Witcher.
Witcher. After Flash, man, I'll be back there in that game.
Beautiful land. No, pretty much.
Cool. Well, thank you to everybody for tuning in and listening.
Thank you.
It's always fun recording. If you want to get in contact with us, you can drop us an email. Our email address is lhpoxford@gmail.com. We're also on Facebook at Last Hit Point. We are on Twitter at last_HP. If you want to get in contact with any of us individually, our Twitter tags will be down in the description below. And we will see everyone next time.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Wait, no, we got to do James sign off. Fuck you.
Whoops.